Coming to you live from the rinks in Hauppauge. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Brady Campbell, Rowan on the camera, and our social media manager extraordinaire, Gabe Takuri, all with you for this incredible matchup between KPC and Sachem Varsity. Season opener for both of these teams. The crowds have come out to support their schools. A jam-packed house here at the rinks. What more can you ask for late on a Friday night? Thank you so much for tuning in. Brady, how are you doing tonight? What do you expect tonight?
Oh, I'm doing great, and we got ourselves a game. As you mentioned, two of the top teams in varsity last season. A lot of turnover for both of them, but they are poised to get back to the playoffs and have reached the promised land. Sachem playing in perhaps the varsity game of the year. Ryan, you were on play-by-play for that wild shootout that they fell to St. Anthony's in the semis, and KPC falling short as well to Smithtown Hauppauge in their semis. This is going to be an absolute battle.
Yeah, you mentioned the turnover for Sachem. Some key losses. Kevin Leischer, irreplaceable. He moves on to greener pastures, playing in the NAHL this season, as what would have been his junior year. He's got his mind set towards making it as far as he can. Quinnipiac commit, no longer on the team, as well as Dominic Apettisano, two of their biggest leading scorers last year, no longer on the team, but a lot of carryover though for Sachem, and getting some help from the JV level, going up to varsity. William Trapani, Anthony Saguna, and Simone, the trio as I referred to them, calling their JV games. They combined for 135 points last season, as they were some of the top scorers in the league, all three of them respectively. Now look over to the KPC side of things. They lose two of the top varsity scorers last season in Kemley, as well as losing Lemza. Kemley and Lemza both going on to play at the collegiate level. It were fantastic, Brady.
Yeah, but you know what KPC gained? All of those guys and girls in the crowd last year, many of them did get banned. Things got a little raucous. Security presence, of course, down here as well. Sachem's student section has shown up, but KPC, they show up in full force. This is going to feel like playoff atmosphere between these two schools.
Standing room only to our left. Sachem student section have packed out as well, but I mean, it really is. I'm sure it's spilling over onto the stairs for KPC. Can't exactly say that for Sachem, but boy, are we in for a treat. Also, it cannot be not mentioned that Krauthammer, the fantastic goalie for KPC, is also no longer on the team. As we look towards our projected goaltending matchup, it will be for Sachem, Michael DiGirolamo, currently also playing for the Long Island Gulls, as he's backed up Anthony Mare. On the other side for KPC, Tyler Burke and Jackson Murray. And speaking to Jackson Murray, as he finds himself playing for the Dix Hills Hawks. And so plenty of these guys playing travel for the various Long Island travel teams. A lot of Royals represented, a lot of Rebels represented, couple of goals represented, rinks travel represented, as this game has all the markings for a classic.
They absolutely do, and buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an absolute battle. I can't stress this enough. This is the varsity matchup so far that we have been waiting for.
Take a look right now to the varsity standings, as we've gotten some games underway this season. Smithtown Hauppauge 1-0, a dominant victory in their first game, a 9-1 victory at the hands of Pat Med. And Ward Melville eking out a 2-1 victory, but All sights and sounds are here on Sachem and KPC. Opening drop of the puck. Puck rolls on and is covered by getting the start tonight is Mare. So Anthony Mare gets the nod and goal for Sachem.
Yep, and on the other side will be Jackson Murray. And we definitely could expect a goaltending duel here tonight.
Face off to the left of Mare. Kicks back out in front. Chance for KPC is played away, and Sachem looked to clear, intercepting the pass. Good play there from Pascal. Wandling will send it in. Wandling opened the scoring against St. A's back in that semifinal. Back the other way, KPC, a shot blocked. And a good defensive play made by Sachem and Lengel in the corner. Here's Ciafrone. Centers one. Pascal shot partially blocked by Lorette. Rolls harmlessly on Amare, who covers up.
A quick start to this one. Good opening shift by KPC, using the energy from the crowd practically on top of Gabe Takuri. Poor Gabe over there.
Amare, member of the Rebels. I mentioned his fellow companion goaltender a goal. Face off. One in the defensive end by Sachem. Good breakout. It's a potential 2-on-1. The pass over for Stolzenberg. Put it down and wide it went. He had to try to glove it and get it to his stick really quickly. Back the other way. KPC 3-on-2 developing. Honeyman dropping off. Coco slid off his stick and gets rammed from behind. That shot does get through, and Maury, an alert pad save in the butterfly. Another shot. That cone from Honeyman is stopped by Maury.
Ooh, catch your breath, Ryan. The pace is just outstanding right now. KPC quick in transition after that 2-on-1. You mentioned it was practically shoved into the net by Sachem on a hand pass there. A good alert stop as well by Murray.
Face off to the left of Mare. Coco to take the draw for KPC. However, it's one of the defensive end by Sachem, and Trapani will flip it out of the zone. Will it have enough for icing? It will. That's despite CJ Pena getting there first.
This could be a bit of a mouthful. Mare versus Murray is the goaltending matchup.
I'm ready.
Two outstanding goalies as well.
So far it's been...
have taken this next step to the varsity level.
Yeah, Mare starting in some spots for the JV team last season, as well as varsity. Here's Gillen playing it to himself, wrapping it around the boards, hoping for some help from the winger, held in by Haberman. Goes wide, delayed penalty. It's on Sachem. First power play of the game comes early on. Just a minute and 30 seconds into the action, KPC will go to the power play.
And this good opportunity here. It will be Gillen, like you said, heading to the box for the first power play opportunity of the season. Sachem playing with fire here early. Puck's been down their end probably a little bit more than they'd like. And now, of course, being down the man is no help.
Face-off won by Kalberer, and it just hops over the stick.
Look out.
And, oh, chance. Great rush up the ice there for Wanling. KPC do take it back, and offside is the call. Volpe brought it in, and just a bit ahead of the play, KPC.
And while the pace is fast, it does look like these players trying to limit the emotions. Of course, first game of the season, maybe a little rust, although it doesn't look like too much. But especially at the varsity level, when you have the student section showing up in full force for both sides. Gotta keep your emotions in check.
Throws it across D to D. Dysfunction at the line. It's fired out of play by Sachem's Cameron Kalber. Or pardon, it was Lorette. 77, not 17. Both out there, however. Kalber will step in to take the draw. He'll take it from Delio. Delio wins it back to Haberman. Minute 30 to go on the power play, KPC. Mealy has it fanned off his stick. Lorette gets there, joined by Delio, to his side in the corner, and Kalber brings it out. Kalber with speed in the neutral zone. Tries to get around Haberman, takes it to the backhand. Kalber, a power move to the net save. Rebound! Oh, and would it go? Another try stopped. Oh, Murray had to be excellent. Oh, shorthanded.
Are you kidding me? Great opportunities for Sachem, one after another. Just when you think a rebound would go in, no, Murray covering the entirety of the goal.
Langell clears for Sachem only as far as Ebley. Ebley runs into Marcus, who makes a nice play. Caden Marcus. Past the stick of Langell, onto the stick of Drago. Plays it across to the open Lorette, who sends it the length. 38 seconds left on the power play for KPC. Trying to break out of their zone. Aggressive forecheck from Drago, takes the puck away, and Drago possessing, gets it to Marcus. Marcus trying to make a move, gets shoved down by Honigman, who also went down. Ciafrone ahead for Abrams, check from behind by Drago. Drago tried to get a pass out, dangerous, so turnover shot wide. Just missed, glove side on Mare.
That's a good look.
Honigman playing it down low. 6 more seconds on the power play, KPC. As they look to set something up, gets it back to Ebley. Ebley, wrist shot from the blue line, save Mare. It's still loose and kicks to the corner. Moody trying to make a play on it. Up the near wall, shot gets through and is stopped by Mare.
Well, back down the other end. Not Mare, but Murray this time on the short-handed look. Good power move, kicks out the left flipper, and then the right as he's diving across. And then they'll get up and make another right pad save on the rebound.
Impressive stuff from Murray indeed. Coco to take the draw from Marcus to the left of Mare, and they're going to kick Marcus out. So in steps Stoltenberg. And it is won by Stoltenberg, but turned over. Nifty poke check from Gillen, still not out. Gillen resets. Does not have to worry about his penalty coming back to haunt the team just yet. Pascaller at all. Pass across, wouldn't go. And Stoltzborg playing it up the wall to himself, trying to nudge it ahead to a wide open, but could not get it to him. It was Saunders. Meanwhile, chance for KPC goes right all the way through. Marcus over the line with space, but shot hits the stick of Jack Scott. Big collision. Sachem player took the brunt of it. I believe it was Saunders. No, it wasn't, because Saunders is here on the puck for Volpe. Volpe evading Saunders, trying to get through everyone. Can't. That shot blocked, went off Lorette in front. Played right out to the front, wide. Delio, another try, goes wide as well. And the net comes off its moorings. KPC that close to breaking the ice.
Oh, have they had some chances? Both teams have, but KPC spending a bit more time in the offensive zone. And Mare's just been flopping around like a fish, it seems, so far. Has made some big saves, so KPC also off the mark on the couple. But it's been a fantastic start to this game for them.
Tyler Anderson to take the draw for the gray and gold. Wins it here, chance. Anderson on his horse, gets there first, but an excellent defensive play made by Ebley. Getting back, Trapani now has the puck. Evades one stick check, Trapani, Lorette. Lorette walks, shot it, blocker save made Murray. Pushed to the corner, Trapani trying to get right back on it. Spins one on, a save made Murray. What a shot from Trapani. Lorette rips it around, the junior, William Trapani. Has it here, tries to make a maneuver, and a nice play defensively by Honigman. Sachem send it right back in, courtesy of Langell. Fired off the high glass and finds its way to Honigman, who lets it go for Delio. Delio, checked by Lorette, gets around Lorette. Sharp angle shot off the side of the net. Honigman battling Lorette down low. Pin to the boards. Battle ensues. 8:52 to go here in the first. No score, KPC Sachem. Pushed around here, Scott. Backhands one that's intercepted. And they try to spring forward. Trapani way too far for him. Goes the length, icing against Sachem.
Yeah, that's a play that the Sachem team will probably want back. Mare, a well-deserved water break here, but all the pressure's been from KPC, riding off the juice from the crowd provided here. Not even halfway through this first period. But boy, has Sachem been knocked back on their heels. For the most part, have come close to catching KPC on a couple odd-man rushes, but have been unable to really convert thus far.
Clean win off the draw by Calberer. But it's KPC who get there first, create the turnover, but can't get a shot on. Here Drago carries. Drago poked away. Nifty little play made by the defenseman for KPC. Delio. It's Delio who has it here. His pass ricocheted off the stick of Calberer. Calberer gets it back. Tries to play one forward. Cannot do so. Now it's back for Moody. Moody ahead. Sachem break in. Drago, nice move. Drago to the backhand. Save made Murray.
Good move there to get to the backhand. Only so much you can really do for Drago on the backhand, however, and still not an easy shot to defend as a goalie, because sometimes it could come off the stick awkwardly, but Murray does a great job staying with that shot.
Face off to the left of the aforementioned Knights goaltender. Coco to take the draw. He'll take it from Marcus. Marcus will win it, but Horman really couldn't get a shot. Kept in and just wide. Great play by Wilson, Peyton Wilson, but now they say Sachem are off. They might have been off that whole time. I'm not sure Wilson did keep it in. I think that's what the officials are saying, and thus why they will throw it all the way back down in the Sachem end.
Yeah, good break there for KPC as Sachem with a good offensive shift there. Had a shot on as well, and now KPC will get to have their face-off opportunity all the way back.
And Coco wins it. Tries to control off the draw. Horman steps in to try to make a play on it. Rolls into the corner for Abrams. Wilson gets there as well. Comes out in front and poked to safety. Nice little play made by Horman. Still not out though. Reverse back around the wall. Horman. Good play Ebley to hold in for the Knights. Wilson goes down. Tries to continue to play it. And a sliding in on goal was Kovacs, and a save made by Mare. They still struggle to possess the puck cleanly, either team. Now Marcus will slow things down. Bank pass, and it is Marcus who carries over. Saunders did not get back in time to touch it. He was offside. He stretched out the right leg to try to get back onside and did so a fraction too late.
A little sloppy here in the early going. Both these teams, Sachem guilty of a couple offsides as well. That'll get ironed out probably relatively quickly as this game wears on, but a little bit of a choppy start.
Trapani took the draw, batted ahead and now out of the zone. Trapani reestablishes control. Sachem looking to break in, deflects into the penalty box. And another stoppage. 6:43 to go. First period, no score between Sachem and KPC. Varsity home, opener, season opener for both these teams. Trapani, Calber, Drago the line. Face-off, puck careens into the KPC end. Quickly cleared out. Lorette goes to his defensive partner, Langell. Good pass ahead, Drago. Joined by Calber. Calber. Centering feed, just missed the stick of Drago, looking for a tip in front. Trapani runs into his own man, Lorette. That creates a 2-on-1 the other way. Mazazala, the shot goes over the net. Big chance for KPC, Langell. Backhands it around, Lorette. Slow pass, but does find Calvert. Great cross-ice feed. Calvert to Drago. A shot save made Murray. And the quick clear for KPC. Sachem reset. Gillen. Pass for Calvert. Tipped ahead. Trapani hard after it. Gets there. Makes one miss. Trapani. Great pass, but the shot is blocked from Calvert. Great block. I believe it was Honigman.
Wow, what a look from Trapani. He has some great vision and hands.
Ebley off the turnover from Gillen. Ebley pass across out of the reach of Argilla, and he took a big hit at the end of it. Another hit as the stick of Honeyman goes flying. Here's CJ Pena. He can't get anything going. Gillen takes the body. Moody. Backhand sauce across. Slowed down and handled by Pena. And now it's waddling to the backhand. Stopped by Murray. And he holds the line.
How in the world does this not cross the goal line? Unintentional pass there, but it works out. Waddling kind of runs out of room. Still a chance. Good save and that rebound. I saw the net move, but it was the pad getting backed up into the netting. And what an effort by Murray to keep it out.
Face off to the right of the KPC netminder. Tyler Anderson steps in to take the draw for Sachem. 50-50 draw that is ultimately cleared by KPC. Peyton Wilson trying to bank it off the wall to someone, and eventually Anderson will flip it to center. Haberman rolls off his stick, played right back in by Wanling. Delio circling away out of trouble. Dishes the blow on Anderson, who gets up to make a play on it. One-time shot came across to Pena, who had it on his backhand, couldn't direct it on goal. That pass across doesn't find anybody. Wilson, a drive for the point, deflected just wide by Wanling. And so the KPC fans are up for the big hit, but ultimately it's Sachem with the opportunities. And now Honigman around Horman. Horman gets back, but Delio following the play, shoots. Save made Murray with the glove. Great action in this scoreless game. Centering feed handled by Horman. And he'll rip it off the wall and out. And out of juice is Anderson. Will have to go for the change. Otherwise, he could have had a play on it.
Yeah, he's got to catch his breath after getting walloped on that shift, but another good look. And then how about that chance for KPC? A big-time glove save for Mare.
Lorette off the wall. Collision involving Stoltzberg. Saunders out of his reach. It's Coco who resets for KPC. Fanned on the pass around the boards. Will make a little spin move to get another chance at it, and will succeed this time. Mealy puts it in and will get it himself. Mealy centers, and it partially blocked by Lorette. Man, if he doesn't get a stick on that, it's a great look for Brown, Nick Brown. And trying to dodge his way out of trouble that time for Sachem Lengel. He'll get back to it now with plenty more time than he previously had. 3:04 to go, first period, no scores. Sachem and KPC. Varsity. Nick Brown ahead. Mealy checked into the boards, not before he got it to Brown for the shot, and a glove save, Mare.
How about that drop pass from Mealy? Took a look over his shoulder, but that last save a few moments ago on a move by Honigman, and he loses it, but it pops right out. And look at this, practically a 2-on-0, and just fighting it off with the cuff of the glove was Mare.
Face off to the right of Mare, the Sachem student section. Make a chance and tight, and Mare has the right pad down to make the stop. Now up top, Haberman a shot, and getting to the top of his crease was Mare.
Oh, we knew this would be a goaltending duel, and we've been treated, Ryan, so far with some big saves, some great chances as well, setting up the offense for both sides. But Mare, as you said, top of his crease, taking no chances, getting out, cutting down the angle.
Stay front, wins it cleanly, back to Haberman, who lets a wrister go wide. Kovacs and Gillen battling. Rolls around to the far corner, where Drago could try to play it to Calber. Missed the first time, and now Drago steps around one. 2-on-2 developing. Now a 3-on-2. A shot from Wanling is blocked hard, and he scores! An unfortunate break for KPC. Wadling opens the scoring for Sachem.
Oh, baby. Big time block. I didn't know Wadling, if he shoots it right there, it's probably for sure goal, but instead, the credit to him, he uses the patience. Down goes Murray, and up goes the puck into the top shelf. And Wadling, big first goal of the season for Sachem. And they get the quick start.
Aaron Haberman is still down on one knee for KPC. He took that shot, I think, right on the leg. It's the most unfortunate of unfortunate events for Haberman, who not only does the right thing, selling out to block the shot, but inadvertently kind of creates the goal, and also you are having to deal with the consequences of blocking a very hard shot. So Wadling gets his first of the season, as you're seeing the graphic up there now. And there it is. Something new we've been working on. The great team here at LI Sports Network. Expect to see it more or used frequently here for varsity games in the future, as Trapani tries to make a play on it in his own zone, dumps a Knights player down, but it are the Knights who take control. Anderson intercepts, circles around the net, and finds CJ Pena. Pena, we see a different line here, Brady. The Pena, Anderson, Trapani line. So Trapani with Calber and Drago earlier. Meanwhile, KPC breaking out with speed. That shot hits the stick of Gillen and goes out of play, taken by Joseph Mezazalma.
Yeah, Sachem not afraid to put the lines in a little bit of a blender. Oftentimes that happens when things aren't going too well, but they do that right after the goal, and Joseph Wadling had, as you saw in the graphic, 15 goals last year, so he's picking up pretty much right where he left off for Sachem.
Face off to the left of Mare. It's control, Mezazalma, let it go and hit the stick of Mare, which is laying down beside him. He'll pick it up now. 2-on-1 potentially. Now is Marcus for Saunders. Backhand shot, save made by Murray. Great job by Murray to hold his post. Back behind the net, Saunders. Try to move it out in front. And that pass just missed Marcus as he was all by himself. Along the near half wall, Honigman takes over for KPC. Mezazalma, nice move. His shot just missed high and wide. He's been very noticeable in this game, Brady.
Absolutely he has, and that's probably his third great kind of look in time, and he's missed at least 2 of them, so this has to put it on goal, and you never know.
Team's making some changes, a lot of commotion out on the ice as we're under a minute to go here in the first period. 1-0 Sachem lead, as that chance down is Murray, save, rebound, score! Burying the loose change was Saunders. 2-0 Sachem in the final minute.
Oh, how about this? I was about to clip it for the save, and what a save it was here initially on Saunders. Or rather, that's Calber. Saunders, oh, what a job to chip it right under the bar on the rebound.
Wadling's goal unassisted, by the way. Saunders from Lorette is what I'm seeing on game sheet. Meanwhile, Drago, Sachem keeping the pedal. Blocked, they score! Calber from Drago. They're coming in bunches, 3-0 Sachem.
Indeed they are, my goodness. Trying to catch up here with the new graphics. Drago gets that shot partially blocked, a good save, but he gets on the, wow, what a pass.
What a
pass.
Are
you kidding me?
Wow. And now the Sachem student section comes alive. I believe it was a Calberer chant. To my right, quiet to my left. Although it's been, an evenly played period of hockey, I would say, Brady.
Absolutely.
The score does not reflect that at all.
You could argue the first half of the game, the better the chances were for sure for KPC.
Absolutely.
Well, now it's been for Sachem, and Sachem has capitalized on said chances.
That they have. KPC need a response and need one soon. Coco trying to do just that. He goes down. Haberman back on the ice. You love to see it. Coco still down. Play goes on. It's Lorette. Lorette is in. Lorette stopped. And it goes just wide. I didn't know where the puck was. Lorette back with it. Lets a shot go. Pad save made on the deflection in front by Murray, who lost his stick. Oh my goodness. This last few minutes, Brady, what has happened? Drago, shot just wide, rebound, score! Oh my!
With just 3 seconds left. Wanling second, a bounce right to him off the backboards. He says thank you very much. What a period for him and Sachem.
And frustration on the KPC bench is there was something going on in the neutral zone and right by the offensive zone, like blue line for KPC that doesn't get called. Lorette ends up with a breakaway, and then all hell breaks loose. And next thing you know, Sachem are up 4-0.
Wow, what an ending to that period. It looked like it would be a complete goaltending duel, which it still has been. Some of the goals have come off rebounds of ridiculous saves from Murray, but Wanling picks up his second. That's the capper with 3 seconds left. And I mean, I'm just trying to catch up here as we see all the other goal scorers as well. Calber be right before that, and then Saunders got the previous one. And wow, what a period.
So from the 2-minute and 23 mark, Sachem scored 4 goals, including 3 in which took place in 42 seconds. Those last 3 goals, Saunders, Calber, and Wandling, all took place between 45 seconds left in the period and 3 seconds left in the period, when ultimately Wandling scored his second from Calber and Lorette. And with that, I need to catch my breath, take a sip of water, and we'll be back for the start of the second period in just about 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to the rinks in Oppog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Varsity Division here on LI Sports Network. Ryan Brannigan, Brady Campbell, as we caught our breath and got a couple of swigs of water in. We're set for the second, and it is not at all what I would expect the second to be just a few minutes ago.
Oh my God! I mean, a few minutes ago, we're thinking the scoreless game. You know, maybe Sachem carries a close lead into the second. How about a big-time lead and a mountain now to climb for KPC? We still got 30 minutes left, though, and they've had their chances. Let's see if they could come back in this game.
Delio's shot right off of Lorette. That pass, though, stretch pass trying to hit Calber. That shot just goes wide. Ended up being a turnover there. That one just out of the reach of Calber, who puts the Jets on to get there first, beating Jack Scott to the puck. Pass too far for Kovacs. Lorette. Nice little nifty backhand pass across Langell. Drago. Calber steps around Scott. Sets up Drago. The one-timer. It's blocked. Blocked down in front. Didn't catch who it was. Lorette has it back. Cross-ice feed. Hits a stick. Wandling to Langell. Shot deflected. Score! Another horrible break for KPC. Goes off a Delio stick. Right onto the stick of Calber. It is 5-0 Sachem.
And how about this Sachem team? Looks hungry, picking up where they left off. I mean, they were a few bounces away from playing Smithtown Hotbug in the championship, just falling short in the shootout in the semis against St. Anthony's, and they are looking to get back there and beyond. and they are off to a hot start here in game number 1.
Lorette picks up his 3rd assist of the game, as Calber his 2nd goal of the game. 5-0 Sachem. As a chance for KPC, just goes wide. Oh man, they can't catch a break, Brady.
Absolutely not. It's just starting to feel like one of those games. It was kind of tight back and forth, and then all of a sudden the bounces all in favor of Sachem.
It was Metzazalma who had the big chance. So that puck rolls on to Mare. He did not cover it. Still in play. Moody up the far wall. Wanling. Or pardon, it's Stolzenberg. Into the zone. Honigman back to get it. KPC tries to get a saucer pass to Metzazalma. Got deflected, but still found its way to Metzazalma, who takes the shot, save, rebound, score! KPC are on the board. It's Abrams. 5-1.
Well, there you go. Not done yet. All it takes is one sometimes, and getting the student section to their feet. A great play here, just taking the shot, trying to get the rebound. Oh boy, he played that perfectly right off that left pad, right to his teammate. And how about that? Still a four-goal deficit, but it only takes one here, and this game far from over. Still just under 2 minutes into the period.
The KPC students section comes alive as Kevin Abrams chant, and he scored the goal. They're looking for more. Save Mare. Still loose to the left of Mare. Still behind the net.
Doesn't have a stick. It's right in front of him. Now he picks it up.
To the blue line, Ebley holds in for the Knights. Down the half wall. Big collision involving Argilla. They battle for Coco, emerges. Coco wheeling, shot blocked by CJ Pena. And chipped to the blue line out. Trapani hits Pena. Pena inside, outside, backhand. Pena across. Oh, what a stop. Rebound save, Murray. Oh, now Murray's turn. Pena. Now the woods yet or KPC. Backhand shot. Trapani just goes by his stick. And away come the Knights. Pascal, his pass intercepted. A nice play made by Horman. Justin Horman. With 12:17 to go. Second period. We've had all the goals in the game scored within the last 7 minutes of hockey played. Horman, shot glove save made. Murray, rebound steered away by Ebley, who goes down. A big hit as well. Going into the boards hard that time. First was Wilson. Sorry, Mealy has it. Fired across, nobody home for KPC. The blue line where it's held in by Haberman. Past Ebley, all the way around. Nick Brown, try to get it to Jack Scott. Goes back into the far corner. 2-on-2 battle for the puck as Ciafrone will join the action. He'll get it. Banked one back to Scott. Haberman calling for it. Scott Rister dribbles through and a save Mare. Backhanded to the line and just out of the reach of Scott and out of the zone.
Not sure how Mare saw that. Not sure if he did. He just had the good positioning as that point shot found its way through. Well, KPC starting to dial up the pressure.
Haberman dumps in. Fired back out. Lengel to the line, not out. Ciafrone try to backhand one out in front off the side of the net. Nick Brown takes control, hounded by Lengel and backhanded to center by Wanling. Good speed from Calber. He gets to the puck first. Calber backhands, shot. Oh, Jackson Murray with a save. And he's got it. He'll hold on to it.
Oh, baby. Save of the game right here for several reasons. The most important being the score, of course. But what a pass by Calber. The patience. He's already on hat-trick watch. Can't do anything with it. Shots fanned on slightly, but still a great save.
Face off to the right of the KPC netminder. One in the defensive end by the Knights. They have trouble getting out, though. Drago tried a little flip pass to himself. Good defense, however, provided by Ledzinski. Meanwhile, Sachem That shot gets through. Save made Murray. Intercepted. Nice play. Drago lets one go. Blocked in front. Blocked by Volpe, who carries out. Back in it goes. It is Ledzinski. Has it off his stick. Kalber brings it in. Shot off. Stick save made by the impressive Jackson Murray. Down it goes. Lengel will get there first. Lengel around his net, picking up speed. Lengel through the neutral zone. On his backhand into open space in the offensive zone. What a pass, and it's deflected wide by a great play there from Marcus Saunders. Controls out of the corner. Sachem wheeling. Saunders. What a move! Saunders gets tripped up, and Sachem will go to the power play. Ebley will sit for 2 for a trip.
Not what KPC wanted. Ebley, not much, but just got his stick in the skates of Kalber, took him down, and Sachem a chance to get that goal right back and extend their lead back to 5 here.
The classic "you can't do that" chant up from the Sachem student section. And a word I can't say coming from the KPC section. Starts with an A, you could do the rest. Face off to the left. The Nemai, Gillen. Backhanding it around. Past Marcus. Saunders. Or rather Wandling. Past Saunders. Moody to Saunders. That shot deflecting just over. Stolzenberg. Gillen. Marcus trying everything he can to possess the puck. It's flipped out, though, by KPC. Moody to Gillen. Return pass to Moody. He'll take it off the wall, get it back to Gillen. Sachem trying to reset, trying to get this power play into the zone. Having difficulty doing exactly that. They have to touch up. Delays momentum, but they're in. Saunders. Nice move. Saunders, backhand pass, and just fanning on it was Stolzenberg. Gillen, wrist shot from the blue line, stopped by Murray. He'll cover with 58 seconds to go on the power play. 8:28 to go here in the second.
Oh boy, was that a chance right there. Pass maybe slightly off, fanned on, but oh, Sachem, their power play's feeling it right now. It only really feels like a matter of time before they find the back of the net there. But they, all facets of the game, it took them half a period to really kind of get going. But since that first goal went in, Sachem has looked like a completely dominant team.
Siafrone, Drago on the draw. It's won by Siafrone. Puck bounces out just by Lengel. Wrist shot, save made just by Kalber. And then Lengel with the quick trigger. Lengel at the near blue. Puck rolls out of the zone. Sachem have to touch up. It's Lorette for Kalber. Kalber cross-ice feed intercepted and immediately cleared. Good positioning by Connor Coco. Mare out to play it. They'll go off the wall to Kalber, who gets stood up by Coco in the neutral zone. Big open ice hit. Lorette will dump in, but not a lot of momentum. Lengel hugs the wall in order to keep in, does. Got it to Drago, interception, here's Coco, in alone, Coco, backhand wide. And meanwhile, Lengel collided with Siafrone, play goes on, delayed penalty, that'll be on Sachem once they touch it, if they do. Mare's stick again sits in front of him, and now Sachem touch up. KPC to the power play, a big one it will be.
7:20 left, and yeah, Lengel just behind the play on that breakaway. Really no reason to do that, and he just drilled. I couldn't see exactly who it was behind the play, but yeah, just no reason to really take that penalty. And KPC still hanging around, a golden opportunity to get right back in the hockey game. I believe it was Siafrone who he took down.
It was Siafrone. So Lengel will sit for 2. I believe interference the call. And yes, interference is the call. Face off to the right of Mare. But taking the draw and winning it was Anderson. Not out though, shot blocked by Lorette. Rebound, just wide. Oh, big opportunity for Metzalma. Sachem possess, try to wrap it around the wall and get out, and it will get by Haberman. And down the ice, Ledzinski for Haberman. Haberman with speed through the neutral zone, 3-on-3, gave up the puck and cleared down by Gillen. KPC reset, minute 14 to go on the power play. Trying to break into the zone, nice little move to do so. Nice play made by Ledzinski, gets it back to the point. Haberman creating room for himself, takes the shot, missed it. Far side, kept alive by Honigman, only for a moment, now it comes out. It's CJ Pena. Pena, another nice move to get around Honigman, who spun almost down to the ice. Stays on his feet. Anderson has the puck only for a moment before Haberman takes back for KPC. Good lead pass. Ciafrone. Back pass. Nick Brown. Excellent defense. Drago with Kalber. 2-on-2 shorthanded. Drago to the backhand. Drago round the net. Tries to get it right back out in front, but a good defensive play made by Ebley. Sachem, though, possessing shorthanded, doing a great job penalty killing.
Absolutely they are, and they've had almost the betterment of the chances there. KPC had one themselves, shot fanned on, and creates transition. Very dangerous against a team like Sachem.
Nick Brown has to go off his stick, and Gillen will bank it right back in the KPC zone. Ebley settles it down. The power play is over. Score remains 5-1 in favor of the gray, black, silver, and red. That's a lot of colors, but that's what they got. Deuce Sachem banked all the way down. It will be an icing.
So Sachem, Langyel gets away with one there after that probably pretty unnecessary penalty. And of course the emotions always heightened in the varsity game. The adrenaline, the opener against another good team. For both these teams, you got the crowds behind you. They've got to play smart from here on out because KPC will eventually take advantage.
D-zone win by KPC to the line, not out. Lorette, the shot denied. He kept it in as well. Coco to the line. Lorette again keeps in, banks off the wall. And nice move here from Volpe as he tries to will it out of the zone. He only gets so far. Saunders right back in for Sachem. Looking for the deflection. Oh, it was beautiful. Caden Marcus. 6-1 Sachem.
Oh, baby. Since when is Joe Pavelski playing for Sachem? Look at this redirection. Give and go. Saunders. Bang. High glove. What a redirection that was.
And have yourself a game. Wanling, Saunders, and right there Marcus has been not necessarily on the score sheet as now his first. This is first of the season, first of the game, first point of the game. It makes it 6-1 Sachem and puts a bit of a damper on any KPC comeback. See how they respond, each team that is. Saunders weaving through, Saunders dragging, Saunders faking, and eventually ran out of steam. Poked out of the zone by Coco. Right back in goes Sachem. Jack Scott to play it up the wall. Held in for the moment, now it's out. Coco with Abrams. Coco sent to the ice by Tyler Lorette. Saunders deflects in. Scott will play it with 3:48 to go in the second. 6-1 Sachem. Abrams, he has the only goal for the Knights. Playing it on for Ledzinski. Home run pass will go on goal. Stopped by Mare, and he'll seal it up with 3:30 to go in the second.
Time getting late here in period number 2. If you're KPC, you'd like to get at least one, if not two more. Make the mountain a little bit more like a hill to climb here going into the third. because Sachem is, when they're on, and it's a very tough comeback for any team. If anyone could do it, though, KPC would be one of the top picks.
CJ Pena gives it to himself, creates space. Nice move, Trapani scores! What a play by CJ Pena, setting up Trapani, 7-1 Sachem.
Looks like this one goes 5-hole. Oh, toe pick. Goodbye, and Pena can't quite have enough for the breakaway. Watch this cutback, though. Good shoot, good pass, Trapani. Good read by Murray, but sneaks it 5-hole.
So we have a goaltending change now. Murray's night is done. And heading in between the pipes is Tyler Burke. So 7-1 Sachem. And it just seemed like the game started snowballing at the end of that first. 2-on-1 now. Anderson ruts one ripped and eyed by Burke. Welcome to the game, Mr. Burke. To the blue line and just out. And here is Mezazalma. He's been their best player, arguably. In, shoot, scores! Mezazalma makes it 7-2 KPC.
Well, not dead quite yet. Mezazalma, he absolutely deserves one tonight. Boy, is this what we thought was a goaltending duel. Suddenly, these teams can't stop scoring. Good finish, low glove.
Both fan bases erupting moments apart. There's still an aura in the building as controlling the face-off, KPC. They'll try to work it back into the Sachem zone after some initial difficulty. It's Pascal and Delio. Nice play. Delio backhands one on, and a save made by Mare. Out from in front of the net, Gillen runs into trouble. Gillen again, and just fanned on there. A good chance for KPC's. That was Pascal, pardon, Mezazalma. Here is Kalberer, scores! Oh, Kalberer completes the hat trick, whips the celly on a beautiful finish.
Oh my, look at this, the full 200-foot play. Great saucer pass, good vision up the ice. Right to Kalberer. Basically a two-man coast-to-coast, looking like Russ to Neighbors last week, and Kalberer with the finish. Unlike those two, Sachem appears to be on their way to a victory. Still a full period left, but my oh my, do they look good.
Well, a moonball from James Drago. You said it. KPC, do they have a response? It's 8-2 Sachem. Kalberer, Moody, onside, Kalberer wants more! He won't get it, but Moody will! As he pumps up the fans here in attendance, it's 9-2. The avalanche that is Sachem continues to pour.
You said Kalberer splits the D, what a save that time. Big rebound though, and Moody makes absolutely no mistake.
Someone's got to help out Burke there. He does the splits and denies Kalberer a fourth, and still the puck just sitting there finds its way to the back of the net. Kalberer, by the way, has 5 points on the evening, 3 goals, 2 assists. He's been electric.
Oh my.
Nick Brown, again, KPC is trying to build something at this point. Moody will backhand it to Gandolfo. Centering feed off the turnover. Kick save, rebound, score! The goals, they just keep coming, and coming they will. And this time it's Ciafrone.
Well, I'll tell you, this was not the game to throw us into the fire with the new graphics. They're working out well, though. They're coming in bunches like the goals here. KPC, they keep getting responses, but at this point, they got to get responses in bunches. But they are hanging around here late in the period.
Siafrone from Mealy. Siafrone's first of the season. And I believe that's Mealy's first assist and point as well. As, yeah, the goals aren't stopping or slowing down anytime soon. It's crazy that it went scoreless as long as it did, Brady.
Yeah, it was a little over half a period, I believe, or close to it.
Oh, well over. It was about 13 of the 15 minutes gone by.
And Sachem scored 4 in those final 2-3 minutes of the period. KPC hanging around, but what a second this has been. Feels like an all-star game.
Wrist shot blocked. Haberman, he's blocked a number of shots tonight. Meanwhile, Honigman for the Knights, knocked off his stick by Lengel. Stolzenborg gets demolished. That's going to be a penalty on Coco. It's a shot denied by Burke. Rebound around the net. Back out in front. Save Burke. We get a stoppage. Power play coming for Sachem. 9-3. It is the team going on the power play in the lead.
And Sachem has a chance to leave no doubt right here. Put the hammer down in the final minute of the second period. As we were talking before this game, obviously there's a lot of turnover, more so for KPC. We expected it to be pretty close, but we thought there was the chance that it could kind of turn, maybe not into this, where it's just a goal-scoring fest, but Sachem could pull away as they have more of their returning players.
So it's Jack Scott who stuck out the leg on that hit. It ended up being called as a trip. Face-off win. Here's Drago. Walks. Knocked off his stick by Ebley. Here's Trapani. And no Saguna or Simone in this game. Out of the lineup for Sachem. Trapani. Those were his line mates. Lorette. Shot. Deflected over the net. Of course, referring to JV. Drago. Wanling. Wanling holding, searching, looking for somewhere responsible to go with the puck. Decides to flip it to Drago, who gets it to Lorette. One-time shot is stopped by Burke.
How about this puck movement? Just 8 seconds left in the period. Burke's been good since he came in. Obviously, he's given up a couple, but this game has not been one of the coaches' favorite, I'm sure, for either side. It's just been up and down, chances galore.
Galber off the draw is denied. He just won it forward and ripped it. And that is how we conclude the second period. This game has been unleashed since you said about 2 to 3 minutes left in the first period. 4 Sachem goals. They continue to pour it on with some response from KPC. Sachem score 5 in the period. The Knights 3 as we head to the third. 9-3 at the end of 2. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. We'll be back for the decisive third period in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Rinks and Ophog. You're listening to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Varsity action here for the nightcap. Thank you so much for staying up late and tuning in. We hope you're enjoying the action as much as we are. Sachem up 9-3 on KPC. They have a power play that carries over here into the second. Brady, do you have any summations of the game so far? I mean, it's been quite the game, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed the awesome new... Oh,
Lorette, a shot denied. Yeah, we're not giving you a chance to talk here, Brady. Blame it on Sachem. They are on the power play. Lorette down low. Right feet out in front, and Stolzenborg shot it just wide.
But
Marcus.
The cool new banners we employed, and credit and thank you to the players for sending us their information and their headshots to be able to post these. And if there's some players listening right now and you haven't, be sure to do that so we could get you guys up on here. But yeah, this is please no more goals, because this is my first game trying to get these up here, and my goodness. But it's awesome to be a part of it, and what a game for Sachem. Assuming they do end up obviously holding on to this. This is a statement win against a quickly changing but still very good KPC team.
Good way to put it. Up the wall, Kalber holds in. He'll walk. Kalber cuts to the middle. Kalber still has it. Already 3 goals in the game for Cole Kalber. His brother on JV. As Sachem had a hard-fought loss, their JV team, to St. Anthony, who look as good as ever at all levels. And a nice play by Horman to take the puck off of Honigman's stick. Plays it after unloading on Honigman. Puck was well away from the play. It is going to be a penalty against Sachem, or is it? And now we got some extracurricular activity, and it's short-lived. Referees, officials, what have you, quick to break it up.
Yeah, the frustration starting to boil over here for KPC, and just the tension throughout the whole game for both sides.
So I thought it was going to be Sachem to be shorthanded. Instead, it's Honigman into the box for interference. And thus, it is the black, silver, and gold, with a hint of red, going to the power play. As they get things in order. Great time to remind you to be sure to follow us on social media at LI Sports Network. There you have Gabe, who is, I don't know how he's doing all these posts for the goals and such, and editing and whatnot, as we've had a lot of them, posting links as well. And of course, last night's best will be posted there, as well as much more at LI Sports Network. If you're not following, I'm not sure why. Why aren't you following? You're missing out, truly. Here's Mare. Ahead, slowed down by Trapani. Drago. Already nearly 30 seconds killed off. Drago. Pass across, deflects high into the air, and now back down for Saunders. To backhand it down to Trapani. Trapani. Drago, give and go. Intercepted and cleared. Great defensive play made by Haberman. Mare zips one across ice to Lorette, stops it for Trapani, who lets it go to Saunders, who brings it in. Saunders trying to split the D, cannot. Another good play, Haberman. Drago to himself, or at least to Saunders, in fact. Chase Saunders, back to Drago. Drago looking for space. Backhands one wide. Saunders fumbles it a bit, and Zledzinski can clear ahead. Here's Mealy all by himself. Short-handed shot save made with the left pad by Mare. Back out in front, another save, Mare. Stuff and try, and getting shoved into his own goalie. Well, Lorette shoved Mealy into his own goaltender. Or rather, it's not Mealy. Who is it? Looks to be Delio.
Nearly.
It was Delio.
Lorette's got to be careful.
Yeah.
Injured his own
Goaltender.
goalie, at least for the moment. Slowly getting back on Mare, thankfully. And Delio got up as well. And
I think that's Lorette talking to Mare now. No, it's Saunders. No, Lorette's off to the box.
Shown the door. Yeah, he's
I
going to the box.
assumed Lorette would have told Mare, hey, sorry, man. He's got the. I get it. You see a guy trying to do a stuff in trying your goalie. You want to be physical with him. But when he's that close to your goalie, you have to understand the laws of physics there.
Yeah, Sachem, they are a bit lucky they have such a big lead because there have been a few penalties where have not been the most necessary of such.
Yeah, cross-check for Loretti, sitting for 2. 4-on-4 for another 36 seconds. And then the remainder will go to a KPC power play. Face-off won by Sachem, controlled by Ebley. Backhands one across. Scott the shot goes wide. Backhanded back on by Delio, who takes a shove into Pena, and now, hell's breaking loose in the corner. They don't even know where the puck is.
It is boiled over for both sides. Delio right in the middle of it. Of course, not happy after he got drilled into Mare by Lorette.
And challenging the fans is Delio. Or signaling to them at least.
Yeah, we do.
Taking them on. Oh, there it is.
We do not want a repeat of last season. Of course, most of the KPC fans have indeed cleared out. Although it only takes so much to get high schoolers to quiet down a bit. But the Sachem, it feels like the Sachem student section is growing.
Yeah, they're leaking in. And maybe they hear our broadcast.
Do we have some fake KPC fans, or what's going on here?
Perhaps, I'm surmising they hear the broadcast.
There might not be anyone left on the benches. Meanwhile, you got, looks like three per side. 3 players per side in the penalty box right now.
We've got Nana in the chat asking who 28 on Sachem is her favorite player. Nana, that is Justin Horman. Feel free to drop some more chats if you'd like, keeping it positive and all that good stuff. Yeah, we don't want what's happening on the ice spilling over into the comments section, but
gonna take a while.
Shout outs are cool. We'll do those. Yeah, in terms of all the penalties resulting of that, I assume we're going to have some players thrown out of the game entirely. There's 11 minutes and 13 seconds left. We've got a long way to go here, Brady.
Yeah, the officials trying to stop it right here, obviously. Trying to continue to play this game. If it gets even more out of hand, they might just have to.
Brady, it's going to be.
Won't have any players left to play.
No, it's going to be Saturday. It
is. I'm going to be back here tomorrow, so.
You might not. You got it. Is there maybe a little spot for you somewhere? You just sleep here for the night. At the rate we're going, we might not finish till the wee hours of the morning. Hopefully, things get settled here. I guess we'll step aside. You're listening to the LI Sports Network's coverage of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, Varsity, Sachem, KPC, 9-3. We'll be back when this all gets sorted in just a moment. Well, by golly, we'll have some hockey played again. 11:13 to go, third period. Sachem up by 6. It'll still be 4 aside. I will catch you all up on the penalties momentarily. A shot blocker save made by Burke, who's still in the game after relieving starting goaltender Jackson Murray. Drago back to Ebley, or rather, last shot scores! Langell, not Ebley, Langell. And it squeaks by Burke, and Sachem have their 10th.
How about just over the goal line? Nearly saved there. Would have been a great save by the defenseman, but yeah, how about this performance from Sachem? We're talking about before, but I don't know if we expected double digits tonight.
So Kalber actually got a piece of the puck. He gets credited with the goal, and that's his 4th of the game for Cameron Kalber. And as for the penalties, Frankie Delio, a 10-minute misconduct, 10-minute penalty. He's gone. It looks like the Sachem student section is either all leaving all at once. I find that to be a little suspect, or have been told to leave by the security, a bit more likely. As they all file out with 10:36 left in the third. I imagine they hang out maybe in the lobby unless they're just thrown out entirely. 4 goals for Kalber.
4 goals, 6 points on the night, trying to avoid any confrontations here, although I think most of the KPC people left.
A huge win here for Sachem, or at least looks to be one. I mean, Sachem scored 4 goals in a little over 2 minutes, so anything is certainly possible, but with the way KPC are playing in the whole penalty parade and whatnot, and losing now Mealy and Delio for what appears to be the remainder of the game. Well, maybe not for Delio, only says 2 minutes for him. Or for Mealy, 2 minutes. Delio is the 10-minute misconduct, as does John Moody and CJ Pena. Pena the rough, no 10-minute misconduct. Moody, I think he's done. His night is over. Sachem now shorthanded, clear it down the length of the ice. Things appear to be settling down on and off the ice. Gillen ahead, Drago, one-on-one, joined by Anderson. And a nice play made by Haberman. I mean, I got to give a lot of credit to Haberman. He's been a stalwart back there despite the score, and involved in that first goal where he took the brunt of that blocked shot. In fact, he took all of it. Wilson goes down. Here's Kovacs. Kovacs left the puck behind him. Gillen steps to it, and Gillen will carry into the zone. We're back to even strength, though 2 players on each side remain in the box, them being Moody and Pena for Sachem, as well as their KPC counterparts involved in the skirmish, Delio and Mealy.
It's going to be a long night for those guys, sitting in the box for probably close to, if not all of the rest of this hockey game here.
8:41.
One of them enters,
Yeah,
1 per side.
A lot of time left here. Well, actually, one of them, it's Mealy, exits the box. And as does Pena. So just the 10-minute misconduct players remaining in the box. They will do so, I assume, for the rest of the game. Is Trapani trying to step around Volpe. He'll get to it, will Trapani. Backhands to Lorette. Lorette takes the shot, blocker save Burke. Backhanded back out for Burke, who makes the save. We'll seal it up.
Burke's played pretty well, though, all things considered. Obviously, he's let up his share of goals. Not to say, obviously, a lot of them were his fault, because most of them were, of course, not. But he's still made some big saves, and he's still battling there, despite the score and of course, all the kind of the extracurriculars.
10 different scores, point scores for Sachem in this game, as they've put a 10 up on the board against KPC in the season opener. Stoltenborg, one of the few with no points on Sachem, looking to get that first point. Around Lengyel. Meza for KPC. And knock off his stick. Here is Saunders. One-on-one. Nice move. Saunders denied by Burke.
Boys, Chase Saunders been skating well tonight. He's looked very good.
Oh, that he has.
Scored one of the first goals. Has an assist to boot as well. Thought he might have more than that, but
feels
still
like
a solid night for him. Feels like everyone for Sachem is multiple points on the night, which obviously isn't quite the case, but they're going to feel good after this one.
Puck floated into nowhere. Sent down by Wilson. Excuse me. Argilla for KPC. Tries to feather a pass through. It's taken away by Horman.
Matchup very hyped up coming into this one, and kind of feels like all the air has been sucked out of the building.
Well, the students have been sucked out.
Even when the winning team, obviously, all their students left. So.
Well, again, perhaps everyone's best interest that happened, or security doing their jobs, keeping everyone safe and making sure nothing gets too out of hand. The non-student sections from each side, though, remain intact, and that's enough to fill up most of the sitting area. Face-off win in the offensive zone. Volpe to Haberman. Great step up there by Pena. Volpe gets back with Drago all over him. Good pass ahead, Argilla, but he gets tossed to the ice by Pena. Argilla backhands one, blocked by Horman. Into the corner. Great play by Anderson. Kicks it to himself, has Pena. If he can try to get it to him, we'll try. It's sticked away by Burke. Drago. Great pass across to Anderson. Cross ice feed. Anderson wheeling. Takes the shot, he scores! Wow, what a shot. Hey.
In unison. Sorry to jump on you there, Ron.
No. That was I love that.
Oh, you know what they say? Great minds think alike. And Anderson, who I believe is one of the newcomers to the varsity side of things for Sachem. Why not? Low blocker side, just inside the pipe. Phenomenal shot.
Phenomenal indeed. An absolute laser beam from Tyler Anderson. Really did it all on that last play. I feel like Drago might get an assist, but we'll see if it's added or not. But that is Anderson's first, as Sachem not done just yet. Gillen. Shot deflected just over the net. Again, it's Stoltzborg looking to get his name on the score sheet. Back for Gillen. Down the wall. And cleared out by KPC. Lorette Saunders try to get it to Stolzenborg. Lorette. Good step up there from Ebley. Tries to push it through. Here is Ciafrone. Kovacs. Down low, Ciafrone. Out in front, deflected, and Mare had to make a great stop.
Boy, he hasn't taken his foot off the gas pedal yet. Obviously, throughout a lot of the second and even here in the third, Sachem's just been so dominant that he hasn't seen a whole lot down his end, but when he has, it's been some difficult chances, and he's made the stop. And I'll tell you what, obviously Sachem's been a phenomenal team for the last few seasons, but St. Anthony's and Smithtown Hauppauge have always kind of been the two stalwarts, and especially the last few seasons, but they might have some big-time company this year after this performance against another very good, you almost want to say tier 2, but pretty much top-tier team in KPC, and they just dominated them. Not quite start to finish, but end of the first to finish here.
Oh, that's for certain. And for Sachem, this is not their full lineup, as another save made by Mare, and that includes their goaltender, DiGirolamo. DiGirolamo is not here today, and I would assume, though, will be going forward as many games as he can. Not to say Mare hasn't been exceptional. He's been rather fantastic between the pipes, making a number of great saves, especially early in that first period. And throughout that first period, Mare really had to be exceptional.
Yeah, for those maybe just joining us or joined us after the first, I'd say the first half or so was definitely not dominated, but KPC had the betterment of the chances, and they were probably outskating Sachem, and then kind of started to balance out a bit, and then Sachem got that first goal, and they really haven't looked back.
No, they have not. A power play here, as looks like Trapani is taking a trip to the box, so KPC.
That we'd hit running time in this matchup as well. Only the last 5 minutes or so, but
yeah, I would have never have foreseen that, Brady. If you told me we'd be in running time, but come like the third period, I would have thought you were nuts. But it was a Murphy's Law of sorts of games for KPC, where anything that did go wrong. Not to take away from Sachem. Once the opening was there, they burst through that door like the Kool-Aid man. Anyway, shot denied by Mare. Oh, yeah. "59 seconds to go."
Final minute and 8-point lead, goal lead, I should say. We are playing hockey after all.
Foul on the play.
It's been a long night here. Back-to-back games kind of like this, although this one not really expected to be an 8-goal game.
We're nearing Brady's bedtime.
Definitely not.
Glove down by Haberman. Nice play, though, by Stolzenborg. Ledzinski. Nice wrister and a great stop from Mare, who's, in these final seconds, there's no let-up from KPC. So they try to put one by Mare, another one by Mare. Stolzenborg just fires it, I guess, toward Burke. It's knocked down by Nick Brown. And on that rhyme, we're out of time. Final score, 11-3. Sachem dominant in the season opener against KPC, the two teams that finished third and fourth respectively. A lopsided win for Sachem to kick off their varsity campaign, one in which they have championship on their sights.
Oh, do they ever. You look back to even last season, a 4-0 win for Sachem. And then they lost 5-0 in the first meeting between the two last season. And these teams have played some relatively tight battles, but my goodness, Sachem, we expected it to kind of play out like the first 7.5 minutes or so. As soon as the puck found the back of the net, we thought, oh boy, here we go. I don't think either of us or anyone really expected the just offensive outbursts. It almost felt like from both sides, but it was really just Sachem. KPC kind of hung around throughout that second period, but late in that period, it just Sachem blew the doors off of the game.
That they did. You could say they had that dog in them, as there's a dog out on the ice. It's that time of the night. The bad jokes are coming out, and with that being said, not much more to add really to this. An incredible performance up and down the lineup for Sachem, but especially for Cam Kalber, who lit it up tonight. 4 goals, 2 assists, 6 points. A Brandy Biggin recipient. The other I will give out to Tyler Lorette, especially all 3 of those points coming in that first flurry of goals for Sachem. I thought he was excellent on the back end. So Lorette getting a Brandy Biggin as well as Kalber. And that'll do it here for our coverage tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Suffolk County High School Hockey League here and only on LI Sports Network. From our cameraman, camerawoman, technical operations, Rowan Laddick, Gabe Curry handling the socials, and boy, he had a job to do. And Brady Campbell, give it up for Brady Campbell, working out the introduction of our new graphics, and boy, he had to do a lot of them in a short amount of time. I don't know how you did it, and called the game and ran the board. Brady Campbell, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ryan Brownigan. I'm sure you're sick of hearing my voice at this point. Thank you so much. Have a good night. 11-3 your final.